You're tuned in to the Kansas City Weather Report, your daily source for the latest local forecast right here in KC. Whether you're planning your commute, weekend barbecue, or just trying to figure out if you need that extra layer, Wes has you covered. So let's dive into today's forecast.
Welcome to the Kansas City Weather Report. I'm meteorologist Wes Peary. Today is Tuesday, August 4th, and here is what's up with the weather. Pretty good. The weather's pretty good. Just want to recap things that have happened over the past few days and just, the past month. Great way to start August. 60s each morning, highs only in the lower to middle 80s. It started to get a little toasty, and I know maybe it's hard to believe that Sunday was only a couple degrees warmer than Saturday, because Saturday was fantastic. But we're getting back in a toasty swing of things here this week, and we're also going to come with some showers and some thunderstorms as well. So let's get into the forecast. This morning, temperatures are starting off as you step out the door in the 70s, maybe closer to 80 degrees. And then the humidity is really going to be a little more noticeable, I think, this afternoon. Now, we're not seeing like really high humidity levels like we did last week, but I think it's going to become a little bit more noticeable this afternoon. Highs close to about 90. Lunchtime temperatures are sitting in the middle 80s. And then about 90 this afternoon. Feels like 95. And maybe even between 95 and 100. Not terrible. It's hot. We're now above average. We spent the last few days below average. Now we are above average for temperatures. And we get like one really hot, dry day out of this. Because tomorrow, we may be dealing with scattered thunderstorms moving through all day long. I'm serious. Like the overnight period, Tuesday and Wednesday, tonight and Wednesday morning, and Wednesday afternoon, and then again tomorrow night into Thursday morning. A pretty soggy period here. We may end up with a couple inches of rainfall again. Remember last week? Stormed overnight, even had a couple of severe thunderstorm warnings. We ended up getting a record amount of rainfall for the day, 2.25 inches. Now, it's a little bit of a different setup in which there doesn't appear to be a huge line of thunderstorms blowing through overnight, but periods of rain and thunderstorms throughout Wednesday into Thursday, and maybe even another little period there Thursday night into Friday could get us another inch or 3 of rainfall. What it will very likely do is hold temperatures only about 80 for Wednesday, maybe even in the upper 70s. That's going to feel fantastic, albeit slightly humid, temperature-wise, pretty good. Thursday, again, a chance of rainfall in the morning and then overnight. Thursday into Friday, highs will probably be held down into the middle to upper 80s Thursday as we try to get some sunshine showing up by the afternoon. Thursday night to Friday, another chance for showers and thunderstorms, but Friday afternoon is looking sunnier and it's looking drier, and the wind is back out of the south, and so we'll get temperatures pulling up to about 90. So that's the difference here, is the wind begins to shift out of the south because there's a front that's coming through. It stalls out nearby us, and then that front pretty much dissolves, and then the warm air takes back over. So a nice little 3-day soggy period here of roughly Wednesday, tomorrow, through Friday morning, and then we begin the heat. Saturday, Sunday, maybe Monday. We'll go ahead and give it those 3 days right there. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we may get high temperatures back into the middle 90s there, like 95 or so. And then once we get Tuesday and onward, more signals for rain to begin to show up. Now, I think the heat index is probably back to near 100 degrees around Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then again, the signal to get another wet period in here, Tuesday and onward, may only help hold high temperatures down into the middle 80s, if not in the upper 80s. We'll have to see, because tomorrow, highs may only be like at 80. if we get periods of rain and thunderstorms. So, a 10-degree swing in temperatures possible here from roughly 80 to 90 as we begin that stormier period. That would be pretty much like next Tuesday into a good portion of that week. Obviously tough to pin down right now, but it looks like it could be another few day period there of stormy weather. That would be around August 11th into next week. Pressure, not bad. A slight dip this afternoon, but overall we have rising pressure tendencies. And then for Saturday through Monday, the pressure falling there and then staying relatively low, I would say Tuesday and onward there as we start to get into another active period. Have your allergies been bothering you? Pressure? The pollen report for today, the allergy report for today, brought to you by Kansas City Allergy and Asthma Associates. Go to kcallergy.com for their pollen report there as well. And we're kind of just looking at mold and grasses. We'll give it a moderate on the pollen report today. So not a whole lot. There hasn't been a ton of change in the pollen over the last few days. We'll probably see another drop in the pollen levels in terms of the grasses and the weeds that come with the rainfall helping to knock things down. I don't know how significant of a change we'll get in the mold. Mold is impossible to get rid of, but we're pretty much in the grass and the weed season as most of the tree pollen has pretty much gone away. If you ever want to check out what the pollen report is, again, go to kcallergy.com. And if you have any allergy issues, which I'm learning more about, I'll tell you that, visit them again, kcallergy.com. I bring that up because my daughter is beginning childcare soon, and it's a nut-free environment. And so I randomly came across sunflower butter and jelly sandwiches. Never had them before, but it's that's something I may have to try. We may have to start getting into those and bringing those to lunch with us instead of peanut butter, being sensitive to everybody's allergens. All right, recapping the forecast. Today it's just hot and kind of humid. Highs near 90, the heat index closer to 95. For tomorrow, scattered showers and thunderstorms possible throughout the day and into Thursday morning. Highs near 80 tomorrow, near 85 for Thursday, close to 90 for Friday. Again, 1 to 3 inches of rainfall possible there. Into the middle 90s Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then lower 90s around Tuesday and for Wednesday as well. So the weekend, it looks hot. Maybe not quite as hot as a candle, as hot as a friendly flamer candle. I'm so happy to have the Friendly Flamer back. Voted Kansas City's best local candle company by The Pitch. There's a reason that they're voted this, because their candles are great and they smell good. And I'm not making this stuff up because I burn them in my house as well. And they got candle scents for everybody. They got the feminine scents, the good old magnolia and peony, or maybe the more masculine scents like whiskey, coffee grounds. It's good. Go to friendlyflamer.com or check them out at the River Market from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. every weekend, every Saturday and Sunday. And if you go to the River Market and you tell them you heard about it on my podcast, they'll give you $5 off. And $5 off of one of their candles is a very good discount. I'll tell you that. It's good stuff. As you look forward to the weekend, you should be good to do anything outdoors. Just maybe try to do things, indoors, especially in the afternoon. All right. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me for this edition of the Kansas City Weather Report. You can find me on social media at West Weather. I may not be super active on social media. There's no really bad impending weather, so I'll post social media updates as I can, but let's have a very busy personal life. I'll say that. Hope to share more information with you all in the coming days. Talk to you later. Bye.